Once upon a time, there lived a king who believed he was exceptionally kind, wise, and just. He took great pride in his decisions and was convinced that his perspective was always the right one. The king had 3 daughters. One day he summoned them and said, "Everything I possess belongs to you. I have given you life, and your past, present, and future exist because of me. I alone shape your destiny." Upon hearing this, 2 of his daughters bowed their heads in agreement. However, the 3rd daughter remained silent. She finally spoke up, saying, "No, father, I do not believe my destiny is in your hands. I live my life according to my own fate. Everyone lives through their own destiny." The king was instantly enraged. He saw his daughter's words as a challenge to his authority. He tried to convince her otherwise, but she stood firm. In a fit of anger, he ordered her to be thrown into prison. For several months, the princess remained locked away. The king believed that her fate was being written solely by his commands. Even the people of the kingdom assumed she must have committed a grave crime, for why else would a father imprison his own child? Occasionally, the king would visit her in prison. Though she had grown physically weak, her convictions remained unshaken. One day, the king shouted in frustration, "Your stubbornness angers me. If you stay before my eyes, I might even sentence you to death. I am giving you one last chance. You must go live in the forest, where only those who disobey me are sent." The king banished her to the wilderness. There, her only shelter was a cave. She survived by eating wild fruits, drinking spring water, and basking in the sunlight. The fresh air and natural lifestyle soon made her healthy and beautiful. She began farming the land and transformed her cave into a home. After some time, a traveler passed through the forest. When he saw the princess, he was mesmerized. The traveler was young, handsome, and possessed a unique radiance. He began visiting the forest frequently, and gradually he and the princess fell in love and started living together. Other workers and laborers eventually joined them in the forest. Together they transformed the wilderness into a magnificent city. Over time, the city became so prosperous that its fame spread far and wide. When the king heard of this, he traveled to the forest to meet his daughter. There, he saw that his daughter and her husband had become the king and queen of that flourishing city. The king felt a sense of pride, but the daughter said nothing. She simply welcomed him with respect. At that moment, a voice echoed in the king's ears. "Every human being creates their own destiny." The king realized his mistake. He freed his daughters from his controlling commands and admitted, "Destiny is not in our hands. Every individual carves their own path through their actions and wisdom." This story teaches us that no matter how difficult the circumstances, we can shape our own destiny through intelligence and hard work. No other person can be the sole creator of our fate. If you found something special in this story and want to share it with others, please like the video.